When I first joined the high school yearbook staff, I thought I was signing up for something glamorous, like being a part of a secret society of creative geniuses. I imagined us sipping artisanal coffee, brainstorming brilliant ideas, and capturing the essence of our school in a way that would make even the most mundane moments feel like Oscar-winning moments. Instead, I found myself knee-deep in glitter, surrounded by a group of people who seemed to think that teamwork meant arguing over the best way to photograph a lunch lady. Let me tell you, the first meeting was a revelation. Our faculty advisor, who clearly had a PhD in sarcasm, kicked things off by saying, "Welcome to the yearbook staff, where dreams go to die." I thought she was joking, but then she handed us a stack of forms that looked like they were compiled during the Stone Age. I mean, who knew that taking a picture of the varsity soccer team required a permission slip signed by every single player's great-grandmother? Seriously, I was half expecting to have to send a carrier pigeon to get the necessary approvals. And then there was the issue of the photo shoots. Apparently, capturing the essence of high school is best done in the most awkward poses imaginable. "Okay, everyone, let's do a jumping shot," our photographer yelled, as if we were about to launch into a synchronized Olympic routine. So there we were, a bunch of teenagers who could barely coordinate our outfits, attempting to jump in unison while looking like we were auditioning for a role in a bad music video. Spoiler alert, we weren't. The only thing we managed to capture was the moment when Kevin, who was always a little too enthusiastic, landed face first into a mud puddle. That photo ended up being the highlight of the Oops page. And let me tell you, it took a solid week for him to recover from the embarrassment. And how could I forget the endless debates over the theme? Oh, the theme. We threw around ideas like a year in review and memories in the making, but somehow we always ended up back at let's just use glitter and call it a day. It was like we were in a cult where the only requirement for membership was an unhealthy obsession with shiny things. I mean, at one point I suggested Under the Sea, and suddenly we were discussing how to incorporate mermaid tails into our photos. I'm still not sure how we went from high school to a Disney movie, but there we were, planning a photo shoot that involved inflatable dolphins and a kiddie pool. Then came the writing part. You'd think it would be easy to sum up a year of high school in a few paragraphs, but somehow it felt like trying to write the next great American novel. Can we just say everyone had a great time? I suggested, only to be met with glares that could probably melt steel. Apparently, great time wasn't going to cut it. So instead, we spent hours crafting sentences that were so flowery they could have been mistaken for a Shakespearean sonnet. And thus, the class of 23 emerged from the chrysalis of adolescence, ready to take on the world. I mean, come on, we're not writing a graduation speech. We're just trying to recap a year where half of us couldn't even remember our locker combinations. By the time we were done, I was convinced that I'd aged 10 years. But you know what? As much as I complained, I wouldn't trade those chaotic moments for anything. We laughed, we cried, mostly from laughter, and we somehow managed to create something that captured the spirit of our school, even if it was sprinkled with a little too much glitter. So here's to the yearbook staff, the unsung heroes of high school memories, forever immortalized in pages filled with awkward poses, questionable themes, and a whole lot of glitter.